Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today review will be Deep Blue Sea 3. Let's get into it. Yes, yes, yes. There is a Deep Blue Sea 3. A lot of you who will review this, will watch this review, will be like, I never knew there was Deep Blue Sea after part 1. And there is a review on my account. I said on my account, on my channel, for the review of Deep Blue Sea 2, and which was horrible, was terrible. And in light of Shark Week, that's going to come up on starting I think August 9th, 2020 till August 16th. The world has always been fascinated with sharks. That's why shark movies keep getting greenlit. If you're connected in Hollywood or wherever they make movies at, and you got a shark idea, man, it's going to get greenlit. Pit it out in the summertime, people will tune in. No, good, bad, or indifferent. So when I seen Deep Blue Sea 3, I'm like, wow, how did a part 3 get greenlit when part 2 was so terrible? So let's get into it. Now this one I will say was not as good as part 1, but better than part 2. So you got this storyline is there was a man-made island in the middle of the ocean, and in this man-made island, it got took over by, it was a whole village of people living there, and the village got took over. There was some type of like tsunami or something, and it was left, like, two people survived the tsunami, and you had the main character Emma. She came in, and she came in to, like, basically, like, view the land, check out the species, uh check out the species and see how it was faring. And basically they were pretty much saying that if it was to happen again, the whole island will go under. So it shows her, she's underneath the water and she's navigating, and a big shark comes up, and somehow she has developed a relationship with this shark, and the shark pretty much got like a love-hate relationship with her, and pretty much brushes, like, stops when she tells the shark to stop, and then pretty much like bulldozer out the way. And so the main guy that's like her protector, quote unquote, he worked with her father on the island, and his name is Eugene, and he's like her protector in a sense. So you got her little staff that's on the island, and when the movie first starts, you see three sharks circling, traveling towards this island. Now you don't know what's going on with these sharks. So out of nowhere, a man pops up to her island, and his name is Richard, and he used to mess with her. So of course, he's befriending her. She don't know he's been into some experimenting. So basically, he's been experimenting with these sharks. They got loose. Now the sharks have evolved, and they're predators throughout the sea, and that's pretty much the storyline. He wants to retrieve the sharks. He pretty much has retrieved one of them. So two of the sharks are actually now starting to terrorize this island, and he arrives, the sharks is there, and that's where the fun begins. Now when they start to notice that he came off like he was a good guy, and he just needed her help, and he didn't tell her the full story. As things started to unravel and the sharks were starting to kill people, he brought the shark that he did capture out in the forefront, and then she was telling them, Emma was telling them pretty much, hey, release the shark. That's what they're coming for. and pretty much he put a like a spear towards the shark and basically told the other sharks, you know, get going on him and kill this shark right here, and they left. So she knew that's not normal. So that uh that's how they found out he was experimenting and the sharks was evolving. Of course, it's the same old storyline. If you know if we get these sharks to develop, we could cure all these diseases and, you know, cancer and all this type stuff. So same type storyline, and this everything just went to crap. The sharks pretty much tore up the island, and it came down to the shark that in the beginning that she befriended. During the course of these other sharks, their bull sharks was coming to attack her. That other shark came and helped her, or whatever. The other shark came and helped her, and then floated out the way. And you see that shark surface at the end. So then at the end, pretty much it just the guy that was her protector, Eugene, he pretty much sacrificed himself, and he killed two sharks at once and blew himself up and blew the sharks up at the same time. There was one shark left, and then she kind of dove in the water, and she got the shark trapped in like this thing that could squeeze it, and she kept squeezing it till it burst, and then pretty much it was just her. And one of the original was, like I said, it was two island people that was left. One of them got eaten by a shark. So it was her, one of the island people left, and one staff member. It was a moment where the staff member, her and the guy, he was confessing his love to her, and you already see the setup coming. He was confessing his love to her and told her that, you know, he really liked her, and when they get, you know, free of all this, you know, he liked to date her and stuff. Told her he loved her, and of course you already knew that was the setup. And then he seen that he was cut on his leg, and of course the shark came and snatched him. And then you seen like the hut collapse on top of her, so you figured she might have been dead, but I figured she wouldn't die because you ain't see her die. So at the end of the movie, when the main character Emma and the island person was just floating in the ocean in their little sailboat, they came across like a cupboard, and inside the cupboard was that staff member. So that was pretty much it in a nutshell. Shark Week, if you're into sharks, if you come across this movie, it's not a must watch, it's an okay watch. Out of my 4-star rating system, I'm gonna give this movie a 1.5 out of 4 stars. They could pretty much do away with all the deep blue seas. Like, give it up, man. You know, come up with a better storyline. You can't get more creative than part 1. You're trying, but it's just like whatever. So I guess they say we keep making them, somebody gonna watch it. So at least if one person watch it, I guess it's cool. But other than that, subscribe and like to the channel. Help the channel grow. Comment if you tuned into any of the other deep blue seas besides part 1. Till next time.